Thank you very much. I and my group, you're seeing here, have done about challenge-based learning. So it is all about the learning which is targeting to overcome or active learning. You overcome a given problem in society as well as you are learning. So we have done on this CBL while doing such things. So on those stuffs, we have been doing this from like last December up to now. So now this is a reflection video we are going to shoot. We are going to talk about the process and the journey of working and from the starting up to the implementation. So I'm with my colleagues. First, my name is Ismail Natina Liman. I'm with my colleagues. Okay. Everyone is having a given part to talk about. I'm not going to introduce them, but they are going also to talk about them as well as they're talking. Thank you. We are going to start with Lahema Mitima, talking about big idea of this CBL as well as challenges and even research question, and we'll continue with the flowing questions.
For the big idea for this challenge-based learning, the big idea that we have was community. And the essential question that we have is how can technology improve the development of the youth in community? From that big idea, we come up with a challenge which was to improve basic knowledge in the youth in Kasabo district, especially in Nyabikenke cell. So my colleague can continue with explaining other things.
So as you know that you cannot suggest any solution without having research about the question or problem that you are addressing. For that big idea community, especially the challenge of how we can improve the basic skills about technology in the youth of Nyabikenke, in Wumbogo sector, especially in the South District, we made a research about different problems or challenge that the youth of that place are meeting in order to use the basic technology in the improvement of their life. So our research was conducted to the people, students, rivers who have finished their academic studies. Now they are in Urugerero. We conducted research and different people interviewed as we made. Also we created different groups, focus groups, so as we can collect as much as enough information for us to be able to address that problem with knowing the background or information that related to that problem. So after our research, we ask different questions so as they can answer us, so as to get the information about the problem that limit them to access or to have those basic technology skills. So after conducting that research, we come up with the main problem that can address. We found that the problem that they have is to have an access of using social medias, not only chatting or communicating with their friends, but also how they can use those social media to make their life better by getting the job. So all the process of searching was done effectively, and you get information and you suggest a solution to that problem of little or insufficient skills about technology. I can welcome Junior to talk about the solution that you came up.
After conducting a research, we've come up with the following solution. As my colleague Placide said, they have the problem of using social media. We've come up with the solution of teaching how they can use social media effectively. We've come up with a solution of going to Nyabikenke cell and teach the youth that are doing Urugerero so that they may be aware of using social media effectively. They used to use social media by chatting, sending SMS messages and photos, but that's not the only thing that social media can do. We've taught them how they can use social media by searching job, applying for different scholarships, of attending different universities. Oh, that's all about our implementation. My colleague can continue.
So thank you very much. As they have said in the preamble of the discussion, we have made the research, of course, and we have come up with the problem in the society. So as we have seen that it was necessary that we can target those secondary school graduates and implement our solution. So to implement the solution, we have got to talk with the leader of the cell, and we have handled the discussion to ask him how we can get those secondary school graduates. So during the implementation of the solution, we have called them so that they can come and have a discussion with them to tell them about how they can use effectively technology. So they have told us that they usually use technology, but the problem is that we found that it was not easy for them to guess how they can use it effectively. So from the discussion until the end, they have got the skills and they have given us the testimony of how they're going to implement what we told them in their daily life. So I can welcome Natalie to talk about the challenges that you have met in this process of implementing the solution.
So thank you. While implementing the solution, we faced two challenges. The first one was while we were finding the bus to take us there, we didn't find any. So in order to reach there, we could not take some minutes to wait for the bus because we had other academic activities that we could work on. So to overcome this challenge, we collected some additional amount of money and we took motors so that we can reach there. The second challenge is that while reaching there, we found that they were late. It means we reached there earlier than them. To overcome this solution, we took some minutes and we waited for them so that they can come and we teach them so that we can implement our solution. So thank you.
So as a conclusion of this discussion, we would say that learning is not only limited in the classroom. It's better that students in the high school and secondary school engage in the community so that they can find the problems in the community and bring some favorable solutions that can help in the development of the society. Thank you very much. This was what we did as a group of students in Kepler, that we find the solution that can help the community to develop themselves.